Thanks for the commercial break. All right, we're gonna start with some marinade here with some Boston Lager. Um, First thing, I prefer to take 50-50 canola oil and olive oil. So you take a cup of canola oil in a bowl. Also take a cup of extra virgin olive oil. Then they're gonna start out with some roasted garlic. Just dump everything into the oil. Then we're gonna add a little more garlic. Sure, absolutely. Okay, there it is. More garlic for Mr. Symes. Okay, got a little Coleman's dry mustard. It's about a half a tablespoon. 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. Again, put everything in the oil. 2 tablespoons of chili powder. Great. Got a tablespoon of cracked black pepper, which is my favorite. Got a tablespoon of paprika and a tablespoon of cayenne pepper. And then the most important ingredient again, who would ever thought? Boston Lager. I use about 6 ounces. Again, I prefer the whole bottle because just add such great flavor. So you just whisk that on in there. Have a couple great fresh New York strips here, about 12 ounces apiece. This marinade will probably marinate up to about 3 to 4 pounds of meat. So beat that up real good. And just like they do on the shows. Bam. There it is, the marinade. So I'm going to pour this over these steaks here, these wonderful steaks. And I usually let mine marinate for at least 12 hours, sometimes 24 hours. It depends. Sometimes I forget they're in the refrigerator. And you have a question, Mr. Symes? Absolutely. And O'Malley's. I'm sorry? Absolutely. Yep, absolutely. And, great job, Phil. And then again, let them marinate 12 to 24 hours. Then you put them on a nice hot grill. And pretty soon the banquet staff will be bringing out some steaks so I can cut them up and get them served. You're going to notice when I'm going to give you a couple slices. We're going to compare steak with no marinade, just basic olive oil, salt, and pepper. Then we're going to try some with the nice marinade. So the one with the nice marinade is going to have a blue pick in it because it matches the bottle. Phil thought of that. But, so let's cut these steaks up. All right, what we got here? Great. Beautiful. Oh, yeah. Man, that smells good. All right. Absolutely. Depends on Me, I like to just pick it up with my hand and just dive right in. uh, all right. Okay. Hold on. Let me add the. That's the marinated one. Espera un momento. Mr. Carlos, I'm ready.
All right, so this is the next we're gonna have, and you're gonna have one piece that is marinated in the Boston Lager and one piece that isn't. So you can really taste it, so you can see what the difference is when you have both. And beer makes a great marinade because it really, I had this question in the back, but it does, most of the alcohol will be gone when you cook with it, but it really does keep the flavor. So beer is made with so many different ingredients that it keeps that rich flavor, and it makes for really tender meats. So with a steak, you can really see the difference between the two. And we're going to have this with Boston Lager, which is our flagship beer. And Boston Lager is a really good example of a very complex lager. It's brewed with a lot of malt, but also a lot of hops. So when you first try it, you'll have that sweetness on the tip of your tongue that comes from the malt, and then it's really followed up by a floral bitterness of the hops that really lingers on your tongue for a couple seconds after you drink it. So it's a really unique beer, and it's just a really good example of a full-flavored, complex lager. And this pairs really well with steaks. Like we were saying before, Guinness would be a great pairing too. Excuse me?
I got it.
No, I don't. No, they have good steak? No. I'm actually, I have tea in these. I've never been there. I didn't go to BU. I was at UMass. But Boston Lager is a really good pairing with steak because since it's a full-flavored lager, it stands up to the richness of the steak. So the beer doesn't overpower the food, and the food doesn't overpower the beer. So it's a really, really great pairing. And see what you guys think between the difference between the two. And I've made this marinade before, and it's a great marinade to make. My friends really enjoy it. When I say making Boston Lager steaks, they come running to my apartment. So it's pretty, the recipe is in the book, but it's not extremely difficult to make for the marinade. So it's a fun thing to try, especially now that barbecue season is coming up.